Welcome back to Copperhead Customs, and welcome back to a new episode on, you guessed it, the 39 Bedford. If you're new to the channel, then you need to go down there and see the rest of the series. 25 videos on that. We're building that for $5,000. $5,000 Australian we're going to build that for. Unheard of to build a car of this quality for that price. So we found that cab in a paddock. Just the cab where it had been sitting for 60 years. And we're doing everything we can as cheaply as possible to show people that it can be done. So that's another one we're going to do. That's a 1940 Chevy, and we're going to try to build that for $5,000 too. But today we're working on that. So for the existing subscribers and followers, I'd like to have a big shout out to you. Today we have finally hit 1,000 subscribers, and it's still ranking up as we go. I don't know, it's 1,030 I think now. It was at 998 when I went to bed last night. We're up to 1,030. So big shout out to all the subscribers. It's growing, isn't it? It's growing. So yeah, obviously people are enjoying what we're doing. Anyway, we got lots and lots of cars for the newbies who don't know. That's a 54 Pontiac Star Chief. We got a heap of cars built up the top. We're doing, but this is our main one that we are trying to pump out now. We are very, very close to completion on this. Very, 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 very close to completion. So, once you've gone down there and seen all the other footage of the other videos, you'll see where we're at. So yesterday we just made that cab mount bracket, and we did the patina paint on it. So if you get a close up on the paint, yep, that's all paint. That's all my patina technique. And if you look at the real patina, hey, it's not bad, is it? So go have a look at that. So that's just done with spray cans and water. It's a little technique I do. Put water on, spray, water, spray, water, spray, and you end up with something like that. So that gets you the rusty metal look. You know, it's not the patina with the paint, as in the colour, but that's a good rusty type. So today, what are we going to do? Well, we started making the front cab mounts, but we had to stop because the threads on the body mounts are rusty. So today I will weld these out. These are going to be, you're probably looking at me, not it, weren't you? We're going to weld these out, inside and out. Boom, boom. They're going to be our front cab mounts. We'll give this a bit of a clean up here, make them look all sexy. So we're going to weld them out quickly. Then I will get under the car, or under the truck, whatever you want to call it, and we will see if I can work those threads for the body mounts and see if we can get nuts on them, because the threads are a bit damaged. So yeah, we've got to try to clean those threads up, see if we can drive some nuts on. Otherwise I'll have to go searching for a die. I don't think I've got one that will fit, so I'll have to go buy a die tomorrow. But if we can get those threads fixed, then we will get under there and we'll weld, if I can, if my back's feeling alright. It's feeling a bit good at the moment, but we'll get under there and weld those mounts on. So that's one thing we are going to attempt. And yes, that's right, we say attempt. We don't say that we're going to do it, or we don't say we're going to plan it. We say we're going to attempt it. So when we attempt it, it works. When we plan it, it doesn't freaking work. Next job we will attempt with, we'll get back on and mount the tray. So the tray's mounted to here. All the way back is all finished. So we'll get all our wood back in place and bolt it all down. Drill and bolt all that down, so we'll get that done. And we'll mount our side runners here, and we'll finish that. That's another job we will attempt to get completed today. And we've still got, we may look at painting the rims. We've got those rims we want to get painted, so we may look at that. We may, and we'll see how I feel while we're in the fabricating mood. I'm going to chop up. Right, There are our guards out there, yeah? They're actually semi-trailer truck guards. So we go have a little look see, eh? So these are our truck guards that we've modified, that we put on the back of the tray here on these little things here. Now they're pretty big and they're a little bit ugly and they don't really flow, but they were free, which is what it's about, because we've got to make a $5 budget, remember? So we can't go spending lots of money, and I've got lots of guards off other hot rods and whatever, but I'm not chopping a set of $500 a guard up to put on this truck, because then it will not make budget. But what I'm going to attempt is I'm going to chop up a 44-gallon drum, chop a section out of it, and then chop it to open it up, and we'll have a look, have a little look-ski and see if it will look any good, if it may work, if it won't work, we don't know. So we may look at just chopping one of them and doing a trial. We probably shouldn't, seeing everything's working, and we're going to start doing stuff that's not working, but we'll have a look anyway. Just so for the newbies here you can just see this thing. Now remember, when we got this, if you go look at the first episode, the doors didn't even open. This thing had been sitting in the dirt. There's the dirt line, that's how deep it was. For 60 years. That had been sitting in the dirt. And this is what we have made on the inside. We've made all of this. There's our shifter, our center console, all out of wood. We've got pretty bad lighting in here, but just to give you a little glimpse that we can actually pull off some good stuff. We've made door cards, seats, we've put in a wooden floor, all sorts of paraphernalia. Okay? Oh, boom, look at that. Listen to that, eh? There's our air conditioner. That's our air conditioner. Anyway, we also got to do a rebuild of the carby, but I think we'll do that separate video for the carby rebuild. So basically the table here is our parts, some of which will go in and some of which we'll do later. Okay, but that's sort of our parts there. So we just got to keep plodding along, knocking stuff off the list. So we haven't fired the motor yet. We have attempted, we nearly put fire to it, so the carby leaked real bad and we ended up frying the coil. So yeah, we still got to look at that, but we've got to rebuild the carby first. We've got all the new bits for it though, so that's something we've got to do. We've got to do a pressure test on the radiator to make sure that's good, knock up some hoses for that. We've got fan belt to put on, steering's all done, we've got some brake lines to make. We've also got to get in the front here, as you can see. We've got to do the brakes in the front. The back brakes are all done though. Getting very close, guys. Here's a little bonnet, how we did the bonnet. So to see all these things for the newbies, you're just going to go back and have to watch it, eh? So anyway, a fair bit of rambling to start us off. And let's just start doing some work, eh? Reaper. we are back. Rightio, so we have got the tray finished, I think, guys. It's all bolted down. So we ran all the bolts along here like you would have seen I started. So they're all done the whole length. And we've just put the big ones through. We put two, so there's 4 big ones on each side and in the middle. Yeah, and they're all nylocked on the bottom. We'll give this a little sweep off while we're here, so you can get a proper look at it. And then we will put our few pieces in. So there's still a couple of things I'm thinking of doing here. Wait, there's a banister brush close up for you. Anyway, some great camera work there, guys. Anyway, enough rambling. I know some people get some satisfaction from seeing stuff get cleaned and swept and what have you. I tell you what, one of my favourite things to do is to clean filthy cars. When I used to do the flip cars, that was one of my favourite parts of the. I used to buy smashed cars and fix them, yeah. And one of my favourite parts was the actual detailing. So you get these cars from the auctions, especially Euro cars, Beamers and what have you. I used to do a lot of, and yeah, with all the people driving them with their noses up in the air, and you get them, and they would be the filthiest, piggiest things inside you've ever did see in your life. I tell you, 9 times out of 10. And that was, you know, one of those coastal stuck-up people. And you used to get great pleasure out of getting those filthy, dirty cars inside and making them look brand new again. Anyway, a bit of a ramble there, wasn't it? So there we go. Check it out. I'll stand up here. Watch out, this could get sketchy. Oh! What do we think? What do we think, guys? What do we think? Tray's all bolted. It's all reinforced. Cab mount. Look. Boom. How cool. Got a little wooden little thing. Now, if you remember, when we had the original tank in, the other tank we were going to run, that's why this was put on an angle, was to get the hoses to flow into the filler nicely. It worked if I put it on an angle. Then when we changed tanks, we didn't really need it on an angle, but I wasn't going to change it. So this here is bolted down in the centre there, and basically all we've got to do is hook our little whack and stick on. For those who didn't see the last episode, you need to go watch it, and I'll explain what this is in there. But basically it's a little stick clock things over the head with. Alright, just let me hook it up. Boom, that's going to sit there like that. We'll get rid of this Caribbean, what do you call them? Let's have a look. I've got a heap of them. What do they call them? Carabiner. I don't know. Anyway, we'll paint that up, make it look old, I think, or do something. And there's our little whacking stick. It's going to sit like that. I don't know, something different. Oh, I've just fallen over. Oh, it's all happening today. Anyway, tray's done. I don't know, I'm pretty happy with the tray. I reckon it looks badass. Yeah, we've got it hanging over the sides here a bit for looks. I think it's good. There is a couple of things here. Let's run this past you. See if I can find it over in the box over here. This was something I was thinking of doing. Oh. Sorry about all the weird noises, guys, but I remember I'm very, very sore. So I was going to do something like this. So I don't know if I should do that or not. I don't know what I was actually doing. I was going to do it like that or something. Or was I going to do it like this? Maybe like this. Yeah, I think I was going to do that. I wonder if I should do that. What is? Give us your opinion on that. Does that look like? That look cool or stupid, or is it not even worth it? Some opinions on that. We'll stick one over the other side. Oh. I know I'm making some noises, but remember I've dealing with some issues in my back. So whether we do that or that, don't know. That looks better. So I don't know. Tell me what you think of that. Could maybe put one on the outside here too. Got a few of them. I don't actually know what they were. I think they were from inside the interior maybe. Don't know. But anyway, something to think about. Drop comments on that one. Now I have got something I was thinking of putting here. So I'll go grab that later and I'll sit it on and see if I like it. And then hopefully my back's a bit better in the next few days, and me and old mate, we're going to go for a walk down, we're going to go for a bush walk down on our properties, and if we go for a decent, well, it's a fair old walk, so my back has to be good. I might just sit over here, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to go for a big bush walk on our property, and there's a dam fair way away, probably, I don't know, good hour, maybe a bit longer trek. There's a big dam, and on that dam is where all the pigs hang out, wild pigs and wild boars, and we're hoping to find some skulls with the big tusks, right? Big wild boar tusk head skull thing, right? Because what will happen is the dingoes get them, yeah? So anyway, and then what I'm thinking that maybe we hang a skull with big tusks on there. Drop your comments what you think of that idea. So that's what we're thinking. We'll see if we find something first. But yeah, and this here will stick out. We'll leave that out because we're into the final stages now. We want to have a see a look and finish. So that's going to hang out there. And if we go to a car show, we might stick a skull on there, I reckon. Freak all the kids out. So yeah, all right. So now, what I'm going to do is we welded those brackets out too. Might as well go show you them. Over here, we've got that welder. I've got that welder freaking running nice for once. It's nearly at the point where I can start concentrating on being neat instead of just worrying about trying to get some welding. So that took me by surprise that it actually ran. So now I can actually start doing a proper little weave. I just buzzed them in, but that's using gasless wire. So now I can actually get back into it and start actually doing a nice little weave, getting some coins laid. Because I do know how to weld. You might not have seen it, but I do actually know how to weld, seeing I was, and I still am, a certified welder. So, something else you didn't know. That's right, I got every welding ticket you can get. Anyway, what we're going to do to round this video out is, what am I going to do? I've still got to look at those threads, but there's no point in me recording that, just laying under the car. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let's go cut that 44-gallon drum, and let's have a look at if it's going to work as a wheel arch. And then that'll probably do us. All right? Reaper.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a stand. overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty.
So, I don't know, I think we'll see. I might have stuffed up recording then. I don't know if you've seen that footage. But I just chopped a 44-gallon drum down. I don't know, 380 mil or something. And we've put it on. And, well, it's okay. But it's okay when it sits down nice and tight on the tyre. It looked okay. But, I know it's not centered properly and the arc's not right. And, you know, so that throws it out a bit. But you're going to have a few inches, right, of clearance. So that's, you know, that's the arse end fully dropped, yeah. So the, you know, it sits up a bit higher, and then you got to go over a bump. So you're gonna have to have at least 2 inches of travel, okay, between the guard and the tyre. So what it's going to mean is we would have to cut our mounts off and redo them, which isn't a biggie. We'd probably mount it the same way with the little snails, you call them. So we'd have to cut them and move them, right? But just the gap in here, this gap, having this 2 to 3 inch gap that we're going to have for suspension travel, I don't really like it. Now we could go and put a you know, make them come out wider and put a 2 or 3 inch little straight piece through there, and then we'd have to get a piece of like probably round bar and bend it and tack that on, and man, a hell of a lot of work for how much reward? Not a real lot, I don't think. Not a real lot of reward, personally. So that's that one. Like, look at that. So to me, it's not doing much for me, right? It's metal, and yeah, wow. And then we come around the other side here. It's plastic. Well, big freaking whoopty. It looks 10 times better. Seriously, I think it looks 10 times better. I really do. I think it's better. And we just have to trim a bit off the bottom when we get it on the ground to get our height. I actually think we're going to run these. I really think we're going to run these. At this stage, I'm not doing it. The amount of work involved. See, so here's what we got on this side. See, from here, you know, we are pretty much top of tyre is equal with that, basically, right? So, like when they come down, it's you know, it sits up. This sits sort of here, and then we got travel, like, and these come right up. They come right up into it. I actually think they bottom out from memory, and I had to adjust them. I think I had to adjust them, but they definitely need a. Yeah, I think these might have had to go up a hole. We'll have to look at that. I think that this had to go up a hole, front or back or one of them, and we also had to. I think we had to knock the square bit off on the bottom. So, personally, I think we'll run these. We can change the colours whenever we want. We could put red ones on, black ones. We could get some stainless ones. Here's the other option. I could hit old Scrappy up for a set of stainless ones. I'm sure he'll give me a set of stainless ones without even batting an eyelid. The scrap bloke in Boat Desert. But to me, I don't know. Drop your comments down on what you think. See, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. So we'd put some black in there and do the black patina paraphernalia. But I just think it's a hell of a lot of work for not much reward. Because I don't actually think it looks any better. I've seen another bloke and he actually like boxed the whole sides in, and yeah, I just didn't like that one bit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Drop your comments on this. Drop your comment. You're going to have to help me on this one, guys. But to me, I don't think it's going to happen. I think we just stay with the black ones, with the black plastics. Honestly, I actually think they look better. And well, unless I do so much work on these. And the other thing is, our bend out, like, because I had to splay these, it's very hard to get it nice and even, so it's going to be a real challenge to get that curvature nice. So I don't have a roller. Then we're going to have to weld. Honestly, you'd have to weld a piece in like that. Then you'd have to round bar the edge. Then you'd have to cut these off, move these in. Oh, where does it end? It's mega work for just to have a bit of metal on the guard instead of a plastic one. And then if we ever get a blowout or something, do a burnout. So we go do burnouts in it one day. You know, at some freaking show and shine or something, and we do a burnout, and we put some little skinnies on there, so because it won't spin those suckers, this little motor. We put them little skinnies on there. Well, not until we put a supercharger on it. But shh, don't let anyone know about that. That's later. Yeah, we put some little skinnies on there and do a burnout, and then the skinnies like blow up, and then they rip the shit out of our guard. Then I've got to do it all again, whereas those suckers on the other side, it rips them apart. Well, who cares? I'll just go get another set for $5 each. Like, you know? So, yeah, I do not think we're running them. What did we achieve? We got those brackets welded out. We've got the tray finished now, pretty much 99%. It's all bolted down, so it's pretty well finished. Other than a couple of little extras I might put on, like I told you. The tray's done. Yeah. Hey, what do we reckon? Pretty cool, hey? So it's dark now. I'm going to go in and have dinner. And we'll see how we go. This probably might be it. We'll see what we got. So we've got our list here. We can actually rip some other stuff off. What did we actually achieve? The rear guards. Well, I'm going to cross that off because I'm not doing them. Okay? And bolt down the wood. Boom. 2 more things off the list. So look, it's not a lot. We're going to have to add some more things on here now. Because we have now down to our... We're nearly down to our final list. Which is like just a bolt here. Nip this up, a cable here. So we're nearly onto our final list. Huh? That's pretty cool, isn't it? So, yeah. I don't think we're doing this. Drop your comments on that. Thanks for watching. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. We'll go. And yeah. I think we're cruising. We've hit it up another 100 subscribers, I think, nearly today. So, hey, keep watching. And we'll go... Ba-dee-ba-ba.